Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening and welcome to the class. Please give a confirmation that audio video is clear. So today we'll be discussing the questions of your net exam. ठीक है सारे questions नहीं हैं but I have tried to add most questions. ठीक है so tomorrow or day after tomorrow we'll be discussing the rest questions. Okay, good evening Shakti, good evening Gokila, good evening Anukul, good evening Bhagya. Okay, Bhagya. Okay, so good evening Bana. So all those who are new or who will be watching this video later, please join this Telegram group so that you can be updated about the class timing and about the PDF and lectures and everything, right? So if you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Okay, so let's start with today's class. So before that, please join the Android group, Android app. And yes, I have arranged the batches subject wise. Okay, so either tomorrow I'll be sharing with you the subjects that I have merged together. We'll be having courses for that. Okay, so and the courses will be starting from 1st Feb. So I'll share with you the details tomorrow with the price and with everything. So please attend the session. Okay, tomorrow's session is very important, so all those who want to join can attend the session. Okay, so let's start with the question. So this is the question that I have. Which of the following statements given below is or are correct? So it is always important and useful to include an alt attribute on image tag in HTML because. So option A is users who cannot see the image due to vision impairment can have a textual description of image which can be spoken aloud by a screen reader. B, if the image fails to load, slow connection, broken path, etc., then alt text is displayed instead. And C is SEO benefits, search engine optimization. So you have to choose the correct answer from the options given below. And the time starts now. Good evening, Alok. Yes, what is the answer? Yes, everyone. Only A, B and C, B and C, only C. Nine, 3, 2, 4. Okay, A, B and C. Okay. So the correct answer is option 2. Option ID 9324, that is A, B and C. All the three options are correct. Okay, so whenever we use HTML and we are having an image tag, okay, so in that case, just give me a second everyone. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, okay, so both are correct, all the three options are correct. Good evening Devendra. So what they're saying that whenever you are using alt attribute, okay, there is alt attribute as alt attribute on image tag, okay, in HTML. So why do we use it? So if you see, alt attribute provides an alternate text for an image. Okay, so whenever we apply any image to it, so we have alt attribute alt attribute क्या करता है? Alt attribute एक ordinate text provide करता है. If the user for some reason cannot view it, तो any reason you can have, ठीक है, उस image को view ना कर पाने, it can be loss of vision, it can be slow connection, it can be error in the source attribute. This just a minute. Yeah. So this source src is basically your source attribute, ठीक है, जो आपका link है, if that is not basically is having any error, or if the user uses a screen reader. So the alt attribute should reflect the image content. So what will happen is, मीशू प्लीज वीडियो को रिफ्रेश कर लो. From my end this is clear. So for some time I'll just switch off this camera. Okay, for some time I'll switch off and then I'll open it again. Okay, so the alt attribute should reflect the image content. Okay, so what happens is, suppose we are having an image and that image is basically somewhat like this. If you try to see it, it is like this, and there are certain flowers over here. Okay, and there is a narrow pathway. So what will happen is that the alt, with the help of this alt attribute, you will provide a text to it for your image. So what will happen is, this image will read, what will be written here, that there is an area where we have a narrow pathway and then there are flowers all around. So this will help the person who is not able to see the image can actually know about the image. Okay, so the alt attribute should reflect the image content, so users who cannot see the image gets an understanding of what the image contains. And SEO, what is SEO? So SEO stands for search engine optimization. And what is it? In simple terms, it means the process of improving your site to increase its visibility. When people search for products or services related to your business, either in Google, Bing, or any other search engine. So basically SEO also is there for improving the site so that we can increase the visibility when people searching the products. Okay, so the better visibility your pages have in search results, more likely you are to garner attention and attract prospective and existing customers to your business. So basically, if you see this question, they are also saying that why are we including an alt attribute on image tag in HTML? So all the three reasons are correct. First, we are doing for vision impairment people. Second, if image fails to load because of slow connection or broken path or error in source. And third is, it is acting as a benefit to SEO, search engine optimization as well. ये clear हुआ ये वाला? This question is clear to everyone? Okay, all the 3 points are clear. Yes, everyone. Next question करें. Okay, chalo, moving towards the next question. Okay, this is also very easy question. Consider the following recursive function in Java that takes an integer value and returns a string value. So they have given you the code, public static string function, that is f integer n, and the code that is given is, if n is less than equal to 0, return dash, or return f n minus 3 plus n plus f n minus 2 plus n. The value of f5, so where n is equal to 5 is given to us, so you have to tell which of the following is correct. And the time starts now. Nine, 3, 2, 9. Okay. So according to one student, option D is the answer, right? Option D. Everybody do give it a try. ठीक है, एग्जाम में आपने किया होगा, नहीं भी अटेम्प्ट किया है तब भी डू गिव इट अ ट्राई. Everyone, I'll give you few more minutes. At least 2-3 students answer कर दो, फिर we'll discuss it. Anukul has given the answer. Rest others also please give your answer. See, after seeing the response sheet, many students were like कि हमारे there are some few questions have 2 or 3 options, and then there are few doubtful questions. So if a few students or a majority of students feel that the same question has a certain problem, then you should definitely challenge this question or challenge that particular question. Okay, if there's any question where majority of students feel that this question is wrong or the answer given is wrong or something is wrong, then you should definitely challenge that question. Yes, what about others? बाकी क्या आंसर है इसका? This is very easy. The only thing that you can have problem over here will be at the end, last में. कोई सॉल्व कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो? इसीलिए आंसर नहीं आ रहा है किसी का भी. Give your answer everyone. इतने स्टूडेंट्स हैं और आंसर सिर्फ एक. 2-3 लोग और आंसर तो करो एटलीस्ट एवरीवन. फिर क्या फायदा है क्वेश्चन आंसर्स की सीरीज रखने का जब आप लोग को आंसर नहीं करना है. क्वेश्चन आंसर्स प्रैक्टिस के लिए होते हैं, राइट? एंड नोबडी इज आंसरिंग. So what is the use of giving the questions when you don't have to answer them? Yes, what about others? So इसका जो correct answer है that is option number C. -2 -25 -3 -1 -135. So how we will be doing this question is, so it's very easy. What they are saying that you have to start with F5. So what is n? N is greater than 0, right? So what we will do, we'll start with F5, and then from F5 where we'll go, F5 say Fn minus 3, that is F5 minus 3. So what will come is F2 plus 5 plus, then what we have, plus n plus Fn minus 2, that is Fn minus 2 will give you what? 5 minus 2 will give you 3, and then again 5, right? Now again we have F2, that is recursive again. So what we will do, now we will solve this. So this will come what? This will become F, then what we have, n minus 3. So 2 minus 3 will give you what? Minus 1 plus 2 plus F. Then what we have, n minus 2. So 2 minus 2 will give you what? Will give you 0 plus 2, right? Then let's talk about F3 also. What is F3 now? F3 minus 3, that is 0 plus 3 plus F. What is it? 3 minus 2, that is 1 plus 3. Now F minus 1. So minus 1 is less than 0. So what we will get over here? Dash. Then F0. N is less than equal to 0 agar hai, then we will return dash. So here also what we will return? We will return over here dash, right? Then again F0, we will return what? Dash. Now F1. So if you see F1, 1 is greater than 0. So again we have to solve it. What we will get? F, what is it? N minus 3. So 1 minus 3 will be minus 2 plus 1 plus f. What you will get over here? Minus 1 plus 1. Now here also what we will get? Dash. And here also what we will get? Dash. Good evening, Birpal. Okay. Now what we have to do? Now we have to check. So this will be, now we will go in this way, right? ऐसे जाओगे. So what we have? सबसे पहले we'll start with minus. So we have dash, basically dash. Now this plus, if you see, this is not plus or addition wala plus. ठीक है? This is what they're saying, how to merge your equation. So this is minus 2, that is dash 2. Then again we have dash. Then we have 2, right? Then we have 5. Then we have f3. So where we'll go, we'll get dash. Then we have 3. Then we have again dash. Then we have 1. Then again we have dash. Then we have 1. Then we have 3. And last में we have 5. So this will be your answer. Okay, and how we came to know that we don't have to add from the options. From the options we can see that they have not added the numbers. Basically they have merged the numbers. मतलब if I'm saying 2 plus 5, so what they have done is they have written at 25. They have removed this plus. Okay, so they have not added this. This plus is not used here as addition. So simply we have to read this. Clear, everyone? Okay. Any doubt in this one? Okay. Chalo. Next question. Okay, this is also very easy. So what they are saying, they have given you programming terms and they have given you meaning. Okay, so they're asking, they basically have to match the following: JNDI, RMI, JDK and JRE. So what is the correct answer? This PDF of this 2021 questions will be given when we will solve mostly हम जब सारे questions कर लेंगे, ठीक है? Then I'll be sharing this PDF and you will get this PDF on Telegram group only, okay? So join that group if you want this PDF and you will be notified about the classes as well. Yes, what is this? Okay. What is this answer, everyone? पारुल प्लीज एक बार रिफ्रेश कर लो, मे बी उस वजह से इमेज क्लियर ना आ रही हो. प्लीज रिफ्रेश वंस. Okay. See, out of this programming term, if you don't know each and every term, there are two terms that every student must be knowing over here. What are those? JDK and JRE, right? What is JDK? What is the full form of JDK, everyone? What is the full form of JDK? JDK की full form क्या है? Correct. Java Development Kit. Okay. So JDK is basically what? JDK is a compiler. ठीक है? So JDK is the compiler and class libraries to develop. So JDK is a compiler, contains class libraries to develop Java applications. Okay. So C is related to 4. So C is related to 4, C is related to 4 and C is related to 4. So option number 3 rules out. Then what is JRE? What is the full form of JRE? What is the full form of JRE? Java correct. Java runtime environment. Okay, so it will be linked to runtime support for running Java programs. Okay, so JRE is Java runtime environment. It is a runtime support for running Java programs. So D is linked to 1. So A also will rule out. Now I have two options. Either I can have B or I can have D. Right. Now main is between JNDI and RMI. So RMI की full form पता है किसी को? RMI. RMI, anybody? RMI, remote method invocation. Remote method invocation. Okay, so basically what? The methods provided by Java development kit and runtime support. ठीक है, फॉर कॉलिंग रिमोट मेथड. सो बेसिकली जावा डेवलपमेंट किट में आपका कंपाइलर आता है, क्लास लाइब्रेरीज आती हैं, आपकी बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं रिलेटेड फॉर योर जावा. ठीक है, सो रिमोट मेथड इन्वोकेशन क्या है? इट इज अ मेथड दैट इज यूज्ड बाय जेडीके एंड इट प्रोवाइड्स रन टाइम सपोर्ट व्हेनेवर वी नीड टू कॉल एनी रिमोट मेथड्स. सो इसका जो करेक्ट आंसर है दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट इज A is linked to 2. Now what is JNDI? अगर आप यहाँ पे देखो, so I have written also Java naming and directory interface, JNDI. Okay, Java naming and directory interface is an application programming interface that provides naming and directory functionality to applications written using Java programming language. So if you see over here, JNDI is an API in support of naming and directory services. So this is what is JNDI, application programming interface that provides naming and directory functionality to applications written using Java programming language. It is defined to be independent of any specific directory service implementation. And RMI, in computing the Java remote method invocation, is a Java API that performs remote method invocation, the object-oriented equivalent of remote procedure calls, with support for direct transfer of serialized Java class and distributed garbage collection. So basically you have to remember that remote method invocation is basically a part of Java development kit, and it helps in calling the runtime, during runtime, those methods that are remote methods. Okay, so remote method invocation and JNDI, Java naming and directory interface. क्वेश्चन क्लियर हो गया ये वाला? सो जेडीके एंड जेआरई आप लोग को पता होगा. अगर आरएमआई थोड़ा सा भी पता है, दैट रिमोट वाली वर्ड है इसमें, रिमोट, तो ये क्वेश्चन आपने इजीली कर लिया होगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बिरपाल, सी फॉर दीस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, ये बिल्कुल बेसिक क्वेश्चंस हैं. सो व्हेनेवर यू स्टार्ट स्टडीइंग जावा, यू नो, उसी में आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सारी प्रोग्रामिंग टर्म्स इट इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि आपने ना पढ़ी हो, बट JDK, JRE, RMI, JNDI हो सकता है ना पढ़ा हो, बट दीज 3 टर्म्स आर दोज दैट आर वेरी कॉमन टू ऑल. तो जावा अगर आपने पढ़ी है तो ये बेसिक टर्म्स आपने पढ़ी ही होंगी कभी ना कभी. ओके, ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following statements given below are correct? The midpoint or Bresenham algorithm for rasterizing lines is optimized relative to DDA algorithm. In what points? It avoids round off operation. It is incremental. It uses only integer arithmetic. All straight lines can be displayed as straight. Exact. So choose the correct answer from the options given below. जो नया कोर्स मैंने बनाया है उसमें मैंने उस कोर्स में सब्जेक्ट वाइज में आई हैव गिवन सेपरेट वेटेज टू योर वेब प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस. ठीक है, सेपरेट वेटेज टू जावा, सेपरेट वेटेज टू C++. वाई? because questions from Java and C++ are also being asked more as compared to, मतलब आपके C प्रोग्रामिंग की अगर हम प्रोग्रामिंग सेक्शन से बात करें तो C++ और Java के क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं अब, राइट. सो दैट इज वाई सेपरेट कोर्स हैज बीन मेड फॉर योर प्रोग्रामिंग सेक्शन, जिसमें आपके C++, Java दे आर सेपरेट सेपरेट. Okay. Yes, quickly everyone give the answer. Which of the following options are correct when we are comparing Bresenham and we are asking for the advantages of Bresenham over DDA? जब मैंने लाइन एल्गोरिथम्स हमने कवर की थी, एग्जाम की बात किया वो सेशन तो हमने वैसे, बट तभी मैंने आपको बताया था कि क्या एडवांटेजेस हैं, राइट. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर सी. A, B and C are correct answers. That is, it avoids round of operation. Correct. It is incremental, right? I have told you कि from whenever we are talking about. Yes, Kritika, I have just closed the camera for now because कुछ issue आ रहा है कैमरे में, इसलिए. ठीक है. So I have told you that either you will go over here or you will go over here. तो मतलब पिक्सल्स आपके बहुत क्लोजली अटैच होते हैं, so वो हमें इतना डिफरेंस दिखता नहीं है, राइट. But there are two options, either you can go to here or you can go here, but you will never have a point where you will decrease your value of the point, right. So it is incremental, it uses only integer arithmetic, correct, and all straight lines can be displayed as straight. This is wrong because DDA and Bresenham दोनों lines के लिए straight lines के लिए होते हैं because we are using the straight line equation. and जो आपकी Bresenham है, Bresenham में almost straight we try to get because line जो है हमारी थोड़ी कभी ऐसे भी जा सकती है, we can go up here also, so थोड़ी सी वो एकदम straight नहीं होती, but exact straight Bresenham में आपको line नहीं मिलती है, ठीक है. approximation होता है Bresenham के उसमें. So correct answer is option number C, A, B and C only. Next question. Okay, this is also very easy. इसमें इन्होंने थोड़ा सा question twist कर दिया है. What is the transformation matrix M that transforms a square in XY plane defined by these points to a parallelogram whose corresponding vertices are these? So basically they have given you a square जिसके vertices ये mentioned है points. They are asking you that what transformation matrix you will use on this square in order to transform it to a parallelogram with these vertices. So आपको इनिशियल और फाइनल आपको दे दिया गया है, बीच में जो आप यूज करोगे वो आपसे पूछ रहे हैं. यस, क्या आंसर होगा इसका एवरीवन? ए, ओके। और बाकी सब क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया आप सबके? क्वेश्चन में क्या कह रहे हैं वो, ये बात समझ में आ रही है? यस, इतना पॉइंट तो समझ में आ रहा है सबके कि क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया है एंड क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा है? सी, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मैट्रिक्स में आपको पहले होता था कॉम्पोजिट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में क्या होता है कि we have what basically we do is that कि suppose we have a point over here, right? So we translate that point and we translate it to suppose some other point like this, ठीक है? Now in this question what they're saying is that कि we have a square with us and we have to transform it in such a way that it changes into a parallelogram, okay? And the coordinates of parallelogram are given to us. So we know that कि we have a matrix, ठीक है? That matrix we will multiply the matrices of square and as a result we will get the matrix for parallelogram. This is what we know, right? This is what we have studied कि we will have a transformation matrix, we will multiply it with the coordinates of square and as a result we will get the matrix for parallelogram, right? इतना तो सबको पता है, इक्वेशन यही है, right? ये समझ में आ गया ना सबके? So now if you see this question, they have given you the coordinates of square. So first what we will do, we will write the coordinates of square without any delay, ठीक है? So we have, if I say that this is your A vertex, B vertex, C vertex and D vertex. So let us say this is 1 1, minus 1 1, minus 1 minus 1 and 1 minus 1, okay? So these are your 4 A, B, C and D. These are your coordinates of square, ठीक है? We have to something we have to multiply it with. Why we have to multiply? Because we all know that translation या translation में क्या करते हैं हम? ट्रांसलेशन वेक्टर होता है, उसमें हम अपने ओरिजिनल मैट्रिक्स को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं और हमें एक रिजल्ट में ट्रांसलेशन मैट्रिक्स मिल जाती है, राइट? यहाँ पे इंस्टेड ऑफ ट्रांसलेशन वी आर डूइंग दी ओवरऑल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एक साथ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस मैट्रिक्स जो हमें ऑप्शंस में दी हुई है. So what we can do, we can suppose let's say x, y, z and w. Now you must be thinking कि ऑप्शन में हमारे पास 3 रोज 3 कॉलम्स हैं और मैम ने बस 2 रोज और 2 कॉलम्स लिए हैं. सो आई टोल्ड यू कि ये वाली जो पॉइंट्स होते हैं, ये वाली जो कॉलम होती है, ये हम कब लेते हैं? whenever we have a homogeneous, जब हम एक homogeneous coordinate ऐड करना होता है. So अगर मैं यहाँ पे 0 0 0 1 सॉरी 0 and 0 0 1 ऐड कर दूँ, so it will work. But why to over stress our work? हमें अपना वर्क क्यों ही हम बढ़ाएं? So what we will do, we'll simply ignore this homogeneous coordinates. We'll work with only the normal coordinates. हम homogeneous coordinates में deal ही नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? And we all know that homogeneous coordinates कैसे होते हैं? Homogeneous coordinates are always of this type, right? So this we'll rule out for now because we are dealing only with this. अब यहाँ पे देखो आप 0 0 1, यहाँ पे it is 1 0 1. Homogeneous में कभी भी you will never have 1 0 1. It will always be 0 0 1. So ये ऑप्शन तो पहली गलत हो गया, ठीक है? 0 0 1 and 0 0 1, ठीक है? Now we have to check for these 3 things. And what they are saying, result में क्या मिल रहा है आपको? Result में you are getting the matrices, you are getting the vertices of पैरेललोग्राम दैट इज A डैश B डैश C डैश एंड D डैश. सो क्या है वो 2 1 0 1 -2 -1 0 -1. इतना समझ में आया सबके कि क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? इतना पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया सबके कि ये क्या क्या किया है, कैसे है ये मैट्रिसेस? ऑप्शन नंबर 3 रूल आउट कैसे हुआ? दिस एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर एवरीवन? okay, now we have basically what we have to do, we have to perform matrix multiplication, जो हम सबको पता है कैसे कि we'll take this and we'll multiply it with this, then we'll take this, we'll multiply it with this. ठीक है, so we have, अगर हम let us talk about first, हमें इसको 2 के इक्वल लाना है, राइट? so x multiply by 1 plus y multiply by 1, राइट? ऐसे ही होगा. सो यहाँ पे क्या आया? x प्लस वाई, है ना? सो अब यहाँ पे हम क्या वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करें कि हमारा फाइनल रिजल्ट 2 आए? लेट्स टेक दिस 1 and 1. सो अगर हम 1 and 1 करें तो हमारा 2 आ जाएगा, राइट? सो ठीक है, इस वाले से हमें इन दो से 2 मिल रहा है, यहाँ पे 2 आ रहा है, करेक्ट? 1 and 0, अगर मैं यहाँ पे x की वैल्यू 1 रखूँ और y की वैल्यू 0 रखूँ, यही तो है ना? x, y, z and w. So I will not get 2 over here. My final result should have 2. So option ये वाला भी रूल आउट हो गया. So ये 1 1 1 1 बात क्लियर हो गई. मतलब कि x and y क्या वैल्यूज होनी चाहिए? x and y होनी चाहिए हमारी 1 and 1. ये बात समझ में आई सबके? x and y 1 1 क्यों होनी चाहिए? This is clear everyone? x and y should be 1 1 because I need 2. यहाँ पे I need 2 as an output. वो कब पॉसिबल है? जब हम यहाँ पे दोनों वैल्यूज को 1 1 रखेंगे. ओके, now let's talk about z and w. So now again I have to find this value. This should be 1. So I'll multiply it with, so z multiply by 1 plus w multiply by 1. अब या तो I can keep 0 and 1. So अगर मैं z को रखूँ 0 और w को रखूँ 1, so what I'll get? 1, I will get 1. अगर मैं z को भी रखूँ 1 और w को भी रखूँ 1, so I'll get what? I will get 2. मुझे क्या चाहिए? 1. So because of this, this also rules out. So the correct answer is option number A. That is option ID 9349. पूरा solve करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. With this only you can solve this entire question. Correct? पूरा आपको सॉल्व करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. यहां से आपकी वैल्यू आ गई z की 0 और w की 1. पूरा एंटायर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं है. देयर इज नो नीड टू सॉल्व द एंटायर क्वेश्चन. नैंसी, फ्रॉम वेयर यू डिडंट गेट? कहां से यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड? फ्रॉम विच पॉइंट? एवरीबडी एल्स गॉट दिस वन? व्हाट वी डिड एंड हाउ वी डिड? Last step basically is what we, here we were having z and w, right? Here we were having z and w, and we have to substitute the values of z and w in such a way that my answer for this point comes out to be 1. So what we have this z multiply by 1 plus w multiply by 1, right? This one. Now what we have to do? Now we have to substitute the values of z and w on the basis of the remaining two vertices. ठीक है, so we have 0 1 over here and then we have 1 1 over here. ठीक, so what we did first, this is z equal to 0 and w equal to 1. So when I substituted sorry, so when I substituted z equal to 0 and w equal to 1, what I got? I got 1 as a result, right? And then the next option I have is 1 1, matlab z is equal to 1 and w equal to 1. And when I substituted both the values as 1, the result will be 2. And I need, the final point I need is 1. Why? Because parallelogram, the vertex of parallelogram is 2 comma 1. So I need 2 and 1. So which I will get when I put z as 0 and w as 1. So this is how I will eliminate the rest. So the correct answer turns out to be option number A. Okay, now it's clear. Now it's okay. And for your comfort or for your information, what you can do is you can multiply this matrix with this entire matrix and you will get the same result. This only you will get. Okay, so try this at home, try karna, and then do tell me ki what you get. Okay, next question. This is also a question from computer graphics, and the questions from computer graphics were good this time. Basically they were in very detail, easy bhi the, and they were in detail as well. So what they're saying, suppose a Bezier curve PT is defined by the following 4 control points in the xy plane. So these are points P0, P1, P2 and P3. Which of the following statements are correct? A, Bezier curve has degree 3. Then P1 by 2 is 0, 3, and Bezier curve PT may extend outside the convex hull of its control points. So what is the answer to this question? Oh, चलो खुद से बस सोच लो, आंसर तो पता लग ही गया है, but still. See, in this question, let's talk about option number C. Option number C says Bezier curve may extend outside the convex hull. Whenever we are studying Bezier curve, there is a convex hull. What is convex hull? Convex hull is any convex that after we join the control points of the curve, no control point is allowed to lie outside this convex hull. If I am saying that this is my convex hull, so no control point of this given curve PT will be allowed to extend or go outside this convex hull. So option C तो पहले ही wrong हो गया. Now what they are saying, AC, ABC, BC. So सारे के सारे options में they have marked C as correct instead of option number A. So इसलिए आपका correct answer है option number A. That is Bezier curve PT has degree 3. So you all know this कि अगर I have 4 control points, so degree हो जाएगी number of control points -1. Yes, degree is number of control points -1. So 4 control points हैं, तो 4 -1 हो गया आपका 3. So 3 आपकी डिग्री हो गई. Now this is what you need. अगर if you want you can solve this. वैसे बिना solve करे भी आपको आंसर मिल ही गया है. That option number C is the correct answer. Now we have P1 by 2 equal to 0, 3. ये किसी को पता है कि कैसे solve हुआ है? Anybody, any idea? This is correct, but does anybody has any idea how to solve this? When we have 4 control points, okay, whenever we have 4 control points and degree is 3, so that is known as cubic Bezier curve. I hope you all know this. ये point पता है आप लोगों को, that whenever you have degree 3 or you have 4 control points, the curve is your cubic Bezier curve. Yes everyone, ये पता है? Yes. So does anybody knows कि what is the equation, parametric equation for Bezier curve? Yes, any idea for parametric equation of Bezier curve? Parametric equation of Bezier curve is equal to pt, that is t is any point, ठीक है, equal to summation of I from 0 to n, that is n is the number of points, bi can be, or you can say pi, that depends on your points. j is what? Now j is certain equation, ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे हम इसको विल से पी आई, जिससे कि आपको क्लियर रहे कि पॉइंट्स के बारे में बात हो रही है. सो पी आई एंड दिस इज योर ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन, जिसको हम ब्लेंडिंग फंक्शन बोलते हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज द ओवरऑल पैरामीट्रिक इक्वेशन और योर बीजर कर्व इक्वेशन. ठीक है. सो whenever we are dealing with cubic Bezier curve, okay, remember this, या तो आप इसको ऐसे ही पूरा सॉल्व करके याद करो, ठीक है, अदरवाइज यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस इक्वेशन बिकॉज जनरली वी टॉक about cubic only whenever we are talking about cubic Bezier curve. Cubic Bezier curve means that you have n equal to 3. Okay, in that case what does your equation becomes? Your equation becomes, whenever we're dealing with cubic Bezier curve, pt is equal to p naught 1 minus t cube plus p1 3t 1 minus t square plus p2 3t square 1 minus t plus p3 t cube. So this is your equation whenever you are dealing with cubic Bezier curve. ठीक है, जनरली आपकी जो इक्वेशन आती है वो क्यूबिक के बारे में ही पूछा जाता है. ठीक है, so cubic Bezier curve, basically what we have done is we have opened this blending function. Now what is this blending function? अगर आप blending function पूछो, so blending function का जो फॉर्मूला है that is थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सा है. दैट इज बी एम कॉमा आई टी इज इक्वल टू सी एन कॉमा आई. यहाँ पे नहीं लिख रही मैं. तो बेसिकली ये आपका फंक्शन है. ठीक है, सो इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड फाइनल आपका जो इक्वेशन बनी फॉर क्यूबिक Bezier कर्व. ठीक है, वाई आई एम सेइंग क्यूबिक Bezier कर्व बिकॉज जनरली और मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स जो हमारे पास क्वेश्चन आता है इट इज रिलेटेड टू क्यूबिक Bezier कर्व ओनली. व्हाट इज क्यूबिक Bezier कर्व? जहाँ पे n इज इक्वल टू 3, मतलब कि कंट्रोल पॉइंट्स कितने हो गए? डिग्री आपकी 3 है, सो कंट्रोल पॉइंट्स हो गए 4. ठीक है, सो दिस विल बी योर फाइनल इक्वेशन, दैट इज पी टी इक्वल टू, दिस इज योर 0th point 1 minus t cube. So now what is the value of t given to us? T given to us, if we see the question, it is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is can also be 1.0.5. Right, so what we have to find? We have to find basically the value of p 0.5. so what you have to do? You have to substitute the value of t as 0.5 and then you have to substitute these points. So what you will get, I'll just quickly do it. Minus 2 0, this is your p0, 1 minus 0.5 whole cube plus, then next point you have is minus 2 4, then you have 3t. Okay, so I'm writing the entire thing. So this 3t 1 minus t square, that will come out to be 0.375 plus your second point p2 is 2 comma 4, and this entire thing 3t square 1 minus t, this will also turn out to be 0.375. okay, plus last point is 2 0, and this t cube will be 0.125, and when you will solve this 1 minus 0.5, this will also come 0.125. okay, so now what we will do, we will open this. So what you will get, so this will be minus 2 into 0.125, that will give you minus 0.25. So what we are doing, we are taking this first point, we are multiplying with this. This will be my first point. Okay, then we are taking this point and we are multiplying again with this. So this will be 0 plus, now minus 2 into 0.375 will be minus 1.625, and 4 into this will be 1.5 plus, then again सेम है, बस आपकी पॉइंट्स वैल्यू चेंज है की, this, and this will be 2 into this will be your 0.25, and this will be 0. Correct. Now what we have to do, now we have to basically add this and this. Why? Because these are the first part of the points. So minus 0.25 plus minus 1.625. आप यहाँ पे देखो, if you see this number is minus and this number is plus. So this, they both will rule out each other, and this is a negative number, this is a positive number, so they both will rule out each other. So we will get 0. First point आ गया 0. Now this 0 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 0. So this will be 3. So जो आपकी वैल्यू आई P 0.5 की, the value of P 0.5 will be 0,3. मतलब what does it mean? It means that कि cubic Bezier curve जो है आपका, उस पे कहीं your point 0.5 is lying, right? So that cubic Bezier curve का जो point है 0.5, वो कहाँ lie कर रहा है? वो lie कर रहा है 0,3 पे. This is what it means. Clear हुआ everyone? गुड इवनिंग अभय. क्लियर हुआ है वाला पॉइंट एवरीवन? समझ में आया? सो दिस इज हाउ वी सॉल्व द पैरामीट्रिक इक्वेशन ऑफ क्यूब. यस, any doubt, anything, any query? ओके, सो अभी तक इन द प्रीवियस एग्जाम्स आपके जो क्वेश्चन आते थे बीजर कर्व से या कहीं से भी, सो दे वर ओनली अबाउट थ्योरी. पहली बार दे हैव आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू न्यूमेरिकल, एंड अगर आप देखो तो देयर वाज नो नीड टू सॉल्व दिस न्यूमेरिकल आल्सो. इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने की जरूरत भी नहीं थी, बिकॉज फ्रॉम ऑप्शंस ओनली यू कुड हैव मेक आउट दिस आंसर. Ma'am, please arrange one session on revising unit-wise formula. We have formula PDF in Telegram group, ma'am, but still we face issues at quick revision of formula, ma'am. Okay, Kritika, I'll see to it. ठीक है? Okay. सिलेबस भेज दो यूजीसी का. अब है मैं ग्रुप पे शेयर कर दूंगी, टेलीग्राम ग्रुप पे यूजीसी रेट का सिलेबस शेयर कर दूंगी मैं. ठीक है? Okay, next question. In software testing, beta testing is the testing performed by. Try it. Very easy question. In software testing, beta testing is the testing performed by by what? Potential customers, product developers. At which location? Okay, what about others? Baki? So beta testing, we have two types of acceptance testing, alpha testing and beta testing. Okay, so beta testing is done by potential customers, correct? But where? By potential customers, that is the end users, right? And where? At their own locations. You have to remember this, potential customers at their own locations. So beta testing आपकी कहाँ होती है? Beta testing होती है रियल एनवायरमेंट में, रियल एनवायरमेंट में होती है बाय द कस्टमर्स और बाय द एंड यूजर्स. ओके, ये वाला क्वेश्चन हम पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. द वी कंपोनेंट इन MVC इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर business logic and domain objects, security of the system, translating between user interface actions or events and operations on domain objects, user interface. So what is the answer to this question? ये वाला क्वेश्चन हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं पहले. एसी सर्विस और बीटा टेस्टिंग. एसी सर्विस में आप कस्टमर्स को सर्विसिंग के लिए डायरेक्टली नहीं देते, राइट? हम कस्टमर्स को सर्विसिंग मतलब टेस्टिंग के लिए नहीं देते ना एसी सर्विस मैम. फॉर बीटा टेस्टिंग नहीं. मतलब हमने कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया, ऐसा कोई प्रोडक्ट जो हमने कस्टमर्स को दिया फॉर यूजिंग फॉर फ्यू डेज और फ्यू टाइम. जैसे आपके मोबाइल फोन्स हो गए, कोई भी नया सॉफ्टवेयर आपने लॉन्च किया, यू गेव इट टू योर कस्टमर्स एंड उन्होंने कुछ टाइम के लिए यूज़ किया, फिर दे विल टेल यू द फ्लॉज, इसमें क्या कमियां हैं, व्हाट आर दी एडवांटेजेस, ऐसे करके, राइट? सो इसका करेक्ट आंसर है यूजर इंटरफेस, MVC. सो ये हमने पहले भी मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था, इसलिए आई एम नॉट गोइंग वेरी मच डिटेल दिस टाइम, राइट? सो इसका आंसर MVC, जो आपका V है दैट इज योर मॉडल व्यू करके है ना. सो V इज यूजर इंटरफेस. नाउ in software engineering, what kind of notation do formal methods predominantly use? तो formal methods हैं, वो किस टाइप की नोटेशन यूज करते हैं? हो सकता है ये क्वेश्चन आपने ना सुना हो, ये चीज ना सुनी हो आपने, बट स्टिल अगर थोड़ा सा गेस करना हो. In software engineering, what kind of notation do formal methods predominantly use? Okay. Right. So the correct answer is mathematical. Good. So mathematical notations हैं जो use होते हैं. So if you see, this is the theory. Formal methods are techniques used to model complex systems. So basically, whenever we have complex systems, for that we use formal methods and we use mathematical entities. By building a mathematically rigorous model of a complex system, it is possible to verify system properties in a more thorough fashion than empirical testing. तो हम फॉर्मल मेथड्स यूज करते हैं. फॉर्मल मेथड्स में हम वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम्स, वी हैव टू मॉडल कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम्स एंड फॉर देम वी आर यूजिंग मैथमेटिकल एंटिटीज और मैथमेटिकल नोटेशन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. if every requirement stated in SRS, that is software requirement specification, has only one interpretation, then SRS is said to be consistent, correct, unambiguous, verifiable. Very easy question. So, right. Agar if every requirement is having only one interpretation, then the SRS is said to be unambiguous. Correct. Next, identify the correct order of the following 5 levels of capability maturity model from lower to higher to measure the maturity of an organization's software process. Defined, optimizing, initial, manage, repeatable. So choose the correct answer. So basically you have to tell the 5 levels of CMM starting from lower level. And time starts now. सो लोअर में सबसे पहले तो पता है कि इनिशियल सबसे पहले आएगा, ठीक है, तो इसलिए सी 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 सबसे पहले है. सो इनिशियल के बाद से यू हैव टू टेल. Right? The correct answer is option number 4. CEADB. That is, first you will have initial, then you will have repeatable, then you will have defined, then you will have managed, and last you will have optimized. So if you see this, stage 1 is initial. Very few processes. Success is based upon individual effort. Then step 2 is repeatable. Basic and consistent processes are established. Processes are repeated for similar projects. Defined. All the processes are well defined, documented, standardized, and integrated, usually for the entire organization. Consistent practices are in place. Stage 4 is quantitatively managed. Strategic analysis is performed through data collected on the quality of process. Software and processes are clearly quantified. And last one is optimizing. Proactive process improvement is implemented through qualitative feedback, setting leading standards and performance that others follow. Value embedded in corporate culture. So stage 1 में there are very few processes, ठीक है. Stage 2 में if there are process of same type, they are basically done on repeatable process, ठीक है, रिपीट कर देते हैं. स्टेप 3 में डॉक्यूमेंटेड या बहुत डिफाइन करके अच्छे से पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को मेंशन किया जाता है. देन स्टेज 4 में देयर इज अ एनालिसिस डन एंड देन वी ट्राई टू एनालाइज द प्रोजेक्ट, और उसमें हम जो प्रोसेस हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उसको क्वांटिफाई करते हैं, क्वालिटी उसकी इंप्रूव करते हैं. एंड स्टेज 4 इज ऑप्टिमाइज. सो IRDMO, इनिशियल, रिपीटेबल, डिफाइंड, मैनेज एंड ऑप्टिमाइज. करेक्ट. ये भी कर लो क्लीन रूम वाला. गिवन बिलो आर 2 स्टेटमेंट्स. Clean room software process model incorporates the statistical quality certification of code increments as they accumulate into a system. Statement 2 is clean room software engineering follows the classic analysis, design, code test and debug cycle to software development and focusing on defect removal rather than defect prevention. So you have to tell the correct answer from the following option. Try this one. Right. The correct answer is option number D. Statement 1 is true, but second one is false. So, clean room software engineering is a team oriented process that makes development more manageable and predictable because it is done under statistical quality control. The philosophy behind clean room software engineering is to avoid dependency on costly defect removal process by writing code increments right the first time and verifying their correctness before testing. Its process model incorporates the statistical quality certification of code increments as they accumulate into a system. Clean room therefore focuses on defect prevention instead of defect correction and certification of reliability for the intended environment of use. यहाँ पे they are saying that clean room focuses on defect removal. So यहाँ पे this statement went wrong. It focuses on defect prevention rather than defect removal or defect correction. Okay, so that's it for today. ठीक है, आज के लिए we'll keep it till here only, and tomorrow we'll have a class and time and all I'll mention you on group. ठीक है, PDF आपकी जब हम एक साथ पूरी शेयर पूरा वर्क कर लेंगे इस पे 2021 के क्वेश्चंस पे, then I'll share it. Okay, so that's it for today. Take care everyone. Bye bye. Thank you.